Remember I said measure twice before you cut once? This is me measuring twice. Remember folks, you can cut off, but you can't cut on. So make sure you get your measurements right, because you want everything to fit nice like a glove. One of the things that I feel like is overlooked in the hobby is the glue gun. The glue gun is probably the greatest creation ever made, because I think that I haven't had one project in my entire life that I haven't used a glue gun yet. So make sure you guys got your glue guns on point, have extras just in case, because these things are like the greatest thing since sliced bread. Squares are also your best friend because they ensure that your lines are straight and square, so your windows don't look like they were done by somebody with a blindfold. My preferred method of cutting here is a razor, and the reason being is because when you cut with the grain, as you can see, it makes it super easy. It's almost like the razor goes right through the wood like a hot knife through butter. Going against the grain is a little more difficult, but you score that a handful of times and you get a super clean cut. And then if you want, you can go in there with a file or any other tool just to kind of clean things up. In this case, I didn't care to clean up too much because I knew that I was going to do some window inserts, so it worked out perfectly. Sometimes you need to score it from behind as well, because this helps with the cutting, which you can see here. And then basically you just pop it out and there's your window hole. Now you don't have to do this part, but I do because that's part of my OCD when it comes to doing this stuff, is sanding this down or filing this down to an angle so that both parts of the roof meet flush and perfectly. It gives for better adherence and also for strength and rigidity. The razor technique is one of my favorite ways to grind styrene down. Super easy. You pretty much just take the blade, hold it straight, and you go back and forth, and it actually makes this kind of grinding noise. But what it does is it actually basically files down whatever edge that you're rubbing it on really smooth, while also making these small little shavings. And yes, I do save the shavings because I utilize the shavings to mix into glue and make my own little concoctions for plastic filler. I was going to make my own Spanish tile roof, but I ended up finding out that Plastruct makes a nice G-scale size, which is exactly the size we need for 1/24th, and it worked out perfectly. Some seam issues, but nothing you can't fix with a little bit of razor, some glue, and some sanding. Looks really nice, and it sure beats cutting tube in half and gluing it piece by piece and taking countless hours. I like how they closed off the edges, which you can see pretty much here with me cutting them off, so that it allows you to pretty much figure out where you want to stop, start, connect, or add more of the roof to. Just in case anyone's wondering, the reason I use electrical tape is because it doesn't leave a residue and it's a pretty good temporary hold while you're setting things in place to be glued. guess it's a wrap with that one. Oh, hello. What's going on, people? Thank you all for tuning in on yet another installment of the RWB facilities, aka the HQ creation. There's a lot of footage that I have that I can't compile into one video because it would be way too long and even I wouldn't watch it. But there's a lot more videos coming. I've been doing a lot of stuff in the background that you guys haven't seen. I'm super excited to share it with you. There's like a handful of people that have like a 60% idea of what's about to drop. Stay tuned. Keep watching the videos because there might be some Easter eggs. Hashtag just saying. Thanks for tuning in, guys. As always, keep those panties dry, dreams wet, hugs not drugs. Peace.